Coach Gale, we're back in the Tex-Mex Football League. Madden 19. Got Coach Riley, Commissioner Riley. Well, I said it right there. Coach Riley and Commissioner Riley. They're one and the same. Running a great league over here. Let's go. Let's get ready. Make this happen. See if we get anything going. You can check out the other members of the league. That is Jags, Jags, TMFL, and that's Tango, Mike, Foxtrot, Lima. And then you can check out Hobbellini.
Nowhere to go, but
he is
hey,
repping.
It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL
the
on
Dallas
EA
Cowboys.
Sports. Coming up, we'll see the new look Cleveland Browns with former Bill Tyrod Taylor at the helm.
Chased him out of New
They're in
England.
for a stern test against the reigning AFC North champs, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back at halftime with a look at games in progress. But first, let's get you to the land. Standing by, our guys in the booth, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
But let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Their 36-year-old quarterback brings him out there. He'll be calling the shots in his 15th season now. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And when you just sit and look at the raw numbers, you actually kick back and nod in appreciation about the career Ben Roethlisberger has had. Went over 50,000 passing yards last year, 8th all-time. But what he wants more than anything, one more run at the Super Bowl where he's won twice previously.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
Second down, it's Bell. And able to stay on his feet, 33-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Last year's #1 overall pick comes off the edge for this defense. Slowed a bit by injuries as a rookie. Still had 7 sacks in 11 games and showed pass rush ability that makes teams take notice, because not only can he rush off the edge, he can kick inside in their nickel or sub packages and rush over the guards and create a little bit of havoc for quarterbacks trying to see upfield.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Careful.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah,
So it looked like
that guy was standing right there. That guy was standing right there. But to Coach Riley's point, if I tried to throw a bullet pass, this guy's going to intercept it. Now I had to float it, and this guy's able to come up and get a play on it. Wow, that's a linebacker. Wow.
Convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Job.
And now the Browns coming out on the field.
It's in the wrong view.
Now Taylor on 1st down. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They go play action with Taylor. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. On 3rd, and the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
All right.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
Defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Wow.
On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's third down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Bell.
Good job,
and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
All right, I didn't touch
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger.
Oh!
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
Juju!
Incomplete.
Damn. Okay, I am not touching anything. This thing is doing it on its own. Damn, Juju. Son. Oh, that guy, he knocked it right out of there, right there. Knocked it right out.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. It is incomplete.
Wow.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On third down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure.
You can't take a sack right there, Ben. Damn.
Joby coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and everybody knows the story. It's been 10 straight years of losing seasons, 0-16 last year. But it feels like there is some optimism. Is it warranted?
It'll be warranted if they can translate all that optimism, the draft choices, the free agent pickups, the molding of a team into winning a game and then turning it into at least a modest winning streak. They have a great opportunity here in the opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers, their hated rival. That will make everyone feel better, not just the organization, but all the fans that surround them.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Slow.
They go to Johnson again. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, picked out.
Bam!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free.
Bam!
A teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, it's Taylor.
Good job. Good team defense.
Pressure too much here. He's going down.
Good team defense right there.
Coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. This Pittsburgh defense always keeping the offensive line on their toes, or I guess on their heels and back.
They are certainly about pressure, aren't they? At 56 sacks as a unit in 2017, which led the NFL. They certainly live up to their nickname, which is Blitzburg.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
What's this guy doing?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Johnson. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
The Steelers making their way out. It's sort of an interesting offseason for them. You at times get the sense that there's not always complete harmony. But, boy, when you get everyone together and that offense is humming, there's something to watch.
They almost feel like a team that they actually use that works for them, right? Different guys want the ball. Different guys want attention. And then when it's focused on them, they tend to produce. And I think on the defensive side of the ball, they got a great rookie season out of T.J. Watt at outside linebacker. But I'm hearing whispers this offseason that Bud Dupree, another outside linebacker, is due for a big season. And if so, they could be back to being known as Blitzburg.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. On On second down, here's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington.
Good job,
and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Hurry up, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And a little floater there is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure.
I mean, seriously? Damn, Ben. I mean, a horrible throw on a screen?
There. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
Here comes the pressure, and the Browns block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they will wind up taking over with control of the football outside the 10 at the 12-yard line. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
However form, whether it's over your head or to the side.
All right. Here we go. Already. First quarter, first game, and I've already had a block punt. Already. You know, I thought they fixed this, but apparently. Oh, what the heck, man? What the heck?
Never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
All right. Cheating rats. Putting this on Marco Polo, the official. It's freaking cheating rats. That's one. All right. That's one.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On second down, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game. Because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
All right, store a bomb.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
I know, Coach. Star comes in unblocked. Unblocked. Wow. Definitely can't run the ball like that.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Again, it's Bell. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Landry now on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Drop into it.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Stay with it, into it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. That's Njoku over the middle. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
What are you doing? Aren't you Sean Davis? Oh, no. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is number 21? Who the hell is number 21? He's just right down the middle of the field. Why are you on? Oh, Sean Davis, what are you doing, man? Ah, you idiot.
They'll run high. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd down, Taylor. It's Tyrod Taylor's first touchdown pass as a Cleveland Brown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Well, we had just mentioned it. Getting him involved, they needed to do it. First pass, first catch, first down.
Maybe that circle around his number on his play sheet, maybe it's a neon now. It's probably glowing saying, get it to him. And that's exactly what he did.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down.
Oh,
and
man.
his throw is incomplete.
This is ridiculous, man. Try to get something going here, guys. Seriously.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Man.
Didn't happen on that play.
It's just stupid. I mean, God dog it.
Taylor now looking to throw on second down. Open man, the tight end fails. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a handoff, Johnson, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Taylor. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good to 17-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point.
Freaking broken ribs. Are you kidding me? Freaking broken ribs.
Or in this case, a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You ain't blocking
When you put
anybody.
together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
I'm blocked. Of course. I'm blocked. I'm blocked.
They'll go again with Bell. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Oh, my God. Now he's hurt.
And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Let's look, shall we? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. We got 5 guys hurt before halftime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starters. Oh, you know what? It's... 5 guys hurt before halftime.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers.
Good job, Eli
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
They're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
I didn't do that.
First catch of the new season for him, and he...
I didn't do that. I ain't hit any
picks
buttons.
up the first.
Oh, shoot. That's not what I was looking for. Yes. Good read, Ben.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Keith Marshall.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This guy, because we knew Le'Veon would get hurt. He always does.
A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in Week 1. So do not press that skip button. Back to the ground, this time to Bell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger will throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly,
How's that not
throw was
pass
probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Vikings.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
All right, let's go get it now, all right?
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A give to Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Okay, Cole, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin with an AFC clash up in the Northeast. Baltimore playing host to Buffalo. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Ravens trying to start the season right and is looking good so far at home. From there, we head to the Big East. Check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Saints playing well in their opener, trying to send their sellout crowd home happy. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis. Check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Here's Taylor. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure that just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Taylor to throw on second down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now Taylor. Flushed. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Fells has it, left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion, went just shy of the marker. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So now I got no starting
So statistically, both of these offenses have
I got no starting linebackers in the game. You know,
boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I didn't do that. I'm not touching
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
The give is to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. On 3rd down, Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop it.
I mean, what are we doing, guys? I mean, we can't block anybody.
Behind the line.
We can't block anybody. We can't block anybody.
On On second down, here's Roethlisberger. To the right side,
job.
incomplete to
Good
Washington.
job. Good job.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Good job, Brooke.
James Washington with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try to...
Good job. That's a good read, Ben, because you, well, damn. What is this guy? What's he doing? What's the defender doing? What's the defender doing? Wow. Whoop. Good job, J-Dub.
Too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Why? I got 5 guys hurt. I got 5 starters hurt.
Now Taylor to throw on second down.
Oh, you gotta pick that off, but Dupree!
Well, the secondary's really struggled today. That's a little bit of a measure of
Dupree!
revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
The Browns on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Taylor.
Good job.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw,
Good job.
so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington.
Good job, Washington. Good job. Good job,
Down inside the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. This is Bell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's
Let's go, guys!
James Washington making
J-Dub
splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd? And they
job,
had halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Guys, at least we've made it respectable.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team,
way to come up, Bud Dupree. Hey, you get off me too, number 64.
What's going on here? So there's one person
get off me, little guy.
He's got to lean on that guy right now.
Watch him come up and lay the lumber. Watch Bud Dupree come up and lay the lumber. You look, bow. Hey, look, hey, number 64, get your. Hey, look, tell him, Frazier, get off me. Come on, guys. Starting to show some life.
Again, it's Hyde. And
job.
doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
No gain
Come on,
on
guys.
the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Early down stuffs have put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Taylor.
Good job!
Yes, they
Good
get
job!
the turnover they needed.
Good job!
It's intercepted.
Good job!
At the
Good
40.
job!
And
Let's
his guys are
go!
gonna take over
That's you, Joe
at the
Hayden!
39-yard line. Macklin, the intended receiver. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Joe
Gotta
Hayden.
be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Bell.
Good job, Le'Veon. Let's go!
All the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
Let's go!
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start. Offense.
Big dummy.
The crowd's not doing that
Come on,
O-line any
Foster,
favors.
Home
big
field advantage is really
idiot.
kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete, right around the 8. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger.
Oh.
His throw incomplete.
Woo!
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Got from the OC.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw again.
Oh, you threw it right to him.
Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Come on, defense.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is by Thema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They run it again with Hyde. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. The Browns on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Taylor to throw.
Good job, guys!
And the Steelers take
Good job, bro. Good job, Frazier.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Better keep working, Frazier.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's Bell. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
Start offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Steelers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg.
Oh, that's the wrong.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted.
Threw it to the wrong guy.
A pick there would have
Antonio
been great.
Brown's
The good news
wide
for
open at the
defense
top.
It's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to.
Oh my Lord Jesus, he's wide open at the top. He's wide open at the top, Ben. You missed him. That safety blitz. Look, throw it. Oh, you threw it to the wrong guy.
Take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They start the drive with Hyde. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Taylor on 3rd down, throws incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there.
Bro.
And it turned into an ill-advised throw into
Not
their zone.
bad,
Well,
bro.
we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland.
Give me a shank. Give me a shank.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start. Offense.
my God. What are we
Moving
doing?
from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Good job!
Open left side is Brown. And he's going to
Let's
go all
go!
the way down inside the 35.
Let's go, guys! Missed that the last time.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. Now Bell. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
What are we doing, man?
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Back to throw.
Damn it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Emmanuel Agba in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw.
Oh, God.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that one it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They run again with Hyde on first. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Damn, guys. Damn, blocked freaking field goal.
A 10th carry for Hyde. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. This first week.